am super excited to share today's video with you because it's going to be the first in a little mini series documenting my experience hiring a professional KonMari certified organizer to come into my space and help me with a few different areas. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so welcome to Decluttering Tuesdays, which is a special for Zovember, the time of the year when I post 30 videos in 30 days. So this is going to be the first in, like I said, a series that I'm going to be sharing with you for the rest of the month. And it's my experience hiring a professional organizer to come into my space and help me out with a few different areas. And in today's video, I just kind of wanted to do an introduction to the series, explaining why I chose to hire a professional and what that experience was overall like for me. So as you guys know, I have been very into minimalism in the past, as in, you know, decluttering and minimizing my life down to the size of a suitcase, which I lived out of 2 suitcases in Rome for 3 years, living in Airbnbs. And now that I've been situated for over a year at Hotel Cali, is what I like to call my condo, of course I have obtained things, right? Like, I have lived here for over a year now, so I've invested in bigger pieces of furniture, like this couch, like a TV, like a kitchen island, like a bedroom furniture, etc., etc. And it's been a very interesting process because there has been some anxiety that's come from bringing larger things into my space, and like a couch. I didn't have a couch for the first month I moved in here because I just wasn't used to buying bigger things, and inviting them to my space has been a process. And so it's been a beautiful journey because I've only intentionally brought things into my space that I absolutely love. And you know, when it comes to things like clothing or the things that take up space in my closet or in my kitchen, I'm always working through these things. So, you know, anytime I might get a new piece of clothing, I'll go through and see what I can donate in that process. So I've allowed my space to be one that has, one, intentionally chosen pieces in it and is a true reflection of who I am. And two, when I bring new things in, I make sure that I absolutely love them and I keep that momentum of flow, right? Like I said, whether it be with clothes or with food in the pantry, things like that, I make sure that things are getting used, that things are getting looked after. But, you know, being someone who's lived out of a small, you know, suitcase for a longer period of time and not own things, I was able to organize my clothing into packing cubes, into my suitcase, let's say, but when it comes to closet organization or drawer organization or bathroom products organization, I have felt like overwhelmed, honestly, overwhelmed, quite overwhelmed at times, because what I found was, as much as I would go under my bathroom sink, let's say, declutter things, organize them to the extent that I could with the smaller space that I do have, things just started getting messy all over again. And mental clutter is physical clutter. Physical clutter is mental clutter. So every time, every morning, let's say, when I would go to do my makeup in my bathroom or do my hair, and I would open the cabinet or the doors for the drawer under my bathroom sink, and I would just see a mess, I would feel overwhelmed. Whether sometimes it was more conscious than others, it was still there, right? When you see clutter, it results in that mental clutter. And this is something that I'm very aware of in my life. And so there were certain places in my house, in my condo, like my bathroom, being in a small space, kitchen, smaller space, condo space, you're really working with interesting shapes, dynamics, and sizes, and I just felt like I didn't have a home for everything, or I didn't have the right systems in place. For example, for my hall closet, the closet beside the door with my coats and shoes in it, I got to the point where I didn't know what to do with that space. I would clear it out and then it would just get messy so fast again. And there would be shoes everywhere. It would literally be that closet, and I hate to say this because I know it just does not sound responsible at all, but I would just throw things in the closet and try to jam the closet door shut, right? Like, that's how bad things got in some places. And with my kitchen, what I found, as especially, you know, now that I'm spending so much more time at home than I normally would, and going to the grocery store is a whole other experience that at the beginning of quarantine kind of had me stocking up more on items, right? Because I wasn't, or have not been able to frequent the grocery store as much as I would normally. Like last year, and through living in Europe, I really enjoyed going grocery shopping like every 2 or 3 days. Like I loved the grocery store in the past because I would go in, I would get fresh produce, and I would intentionally cook with that, and then I would go get more, and it just felt like a fun exercise to do in my day, to go to the markets to get fresh things and cook those. But you know, now with the unprecedented times, I'm only going to the grocery store like once a week, unless I forgot something, then I might go again. So I started to stock up more, and as I started to stock up more on food, and let's say more like dry food, let's say pastas and canned tomatoes, things like this, I just did not have a good system in my kitchen. It was completely cluttered. I would find that when I did go in those cupboards to clean things out, I would find food that I forgot that I had, or that I had bought in doubles of, triples of, because I just didn't have a system that I could see. You know, I am shorter, I do have a step stool for my kitchen, but the way that the condo kitchen layout is that it has deep cupboards, right? And so I didn't know what to do with this space. So as I'm identifying with you guys, I had a few, let's say, hot spots in my home where mess was just inevitable. That clutter was inevitable because I didn't have systems in place that worked for me. All right, now you guys might be thinking, Zoe, don't you know a lot about minimalism? Couldn't you figure this out on your own? And yeah, like maybe. But the thing is that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention is that when there are spaces in your home, or systems in your home, or let's say systems in your life, because I think that this actually relates a lot to mental health, as in when I said mental clutter is physical clutter is mental clutter, is that sometimes you can't see the path of least resistance, right? I mean, I have a life coach that I speak to every single week, and I am a life coach. Even though I have the tools and skills that are implemented on me, I can't always do that for myself, because it's so often that we actually can receive so much benefit and so much clarity from having someone reflect back to us what it is that we may need to look at. And so I went online. I just decided one day that I was just a little bit frustrated with my space. With, you know, I don't know if something fell out of the kitchen or whatever, but I just realized that I can't keep living like this. Like, I actually do feel like I need the help of a professional to come in and organize this. And I still have not watched the Netflix show The Home Edit, but I know that this is like a very popular topic for people. I mean, naturally, as people are spending so much time at home, maybe they are becoming aware of these systems that are not working in the home. But my experience was, I was like, someone's got to come in and help me because I know the peace of mind that organization brings, and I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel here. I can't see the light through the closet. Like, it's a scene, and you guys will see all the scenes that were my house, that were hiding in the cupboards, in the closet. You guys will see the before and afters, everything. It's going to be an amazing series. So I went online and I searched like professional organizers in Toronto, and I came across Shelly Malik. And Shelly came in here, she did a free walkthrough. This video is not sponsored or anything like that. I am just so incredibly grateful for the peace of mind that Shelly brought to my space. She came in here, she assessed everything, and she emailed me back so quickly and told me like what her plan was. She showed me different organizational systems within pictures of what she wanted to do to my space and in my cupboards and my closets. And as soon as I saw that, like as soon as I saw that she had a plan, she knew exactly what she was doing, I was like, done. Shelly, come in here, work all your magic, and I am so grateful. And I can tell you guys right now, living in this space after everything's been organized for a few weeks now, everything has stayed clean, and it's like I have this whole newfound respect for my belongings even, but also just their homes and like where everything goes, because Shelly designated every single thing a home. Like, you'll see when I show you the videos, but just like my dried food, you know, where the placement of my dishes are now. Like, she completely rearranged my kitchen to make it all the more functional for me, to save me time, to save me money, not overbuying food that gets lost in the abyss of the pantry. And it's like the peace of mind, really, you guys. Like, I love my space more than ever because I just feel like there is this natural flow, and the flow would stop, right, when you would open the cupboards and just like see a mess. Like, it just didn't go with who I am. And yeah, I've managed to keep everything clean, tidy. It's going to stay that way. And I honestly could not say enough good things about Shelly. Like, I'll be leaving all of her information down below if you are in Toronto, but this is most definitely one of the best investments that I've made this year by far, or made in my personal space in my entire life. Because with the systems that Shelly showed you, like, there's just no way that I could have figured it out. I could have watched the Home Edit, I could have like read it, KonMari books and all this stuff, but I would have never been able to look at my space and do what Shelly did so seamlessly. Like, she came in here and did everything. I'm just so grateful, and I can't wait to share this series with you guys. But I just wanted to reflect back to you again before the end of this video, just to remind you that physical clutter is mental clutter, and mental clutter, it results in physical clutter, right? The better that we take care of our minds, the cleaner that our space is. And the cleaner that our space is, the more clarity we allow for our mind. So sometimes this is subconscious. So like I said, there were systems in my space that weren't working for me. Check your drawers, check your closets, check your kitchen pantry. Are there places that your systems aren't working? Are there things that get lost? And, you know, perhaps that is a call for you to, you know, watch this series, get some ideas, call Shelly, or if you're not in Toronto, seek out someone like Shelly, because it creates the biggest difference in your life. So I can't wait to share the series with you guys. The before and afters are absolutely incredible. And yeah, thank you for tuning in to Zovember. I'll be seeing you again very soon.